Alright, hello everyone, welcome to another Beyblade video. Today we have prototypes, as I'm going to be calling them, of the Shield Kerbeus Hypersphere Beyblade and the Inferno Salamander Hypersphere Beyblade. So, here's Kerbeus. Kerbeus, I'm using the K2 layer because the Kerbeus layer, the Shield Kerbeus layer, has, I think, 6 different points. It has chain, regular, and a defense pattern. So, yeah. And then the parts are actually infinity and linear. So, the parts are correct on this Beyblade. Same for Salamander. I'm using the Salamander layer. I'm going to be using it in the attack mode because the Salamander, or Inferno Salamander, has 6 different points. And once again, the actual parts are wing and jacket. Alright, so, just so that you can hear it once more, Kerbeus, infinity linear, and Salamander, wing, and Jackie. So, since we have the parts, I figured we could test them up against some Hypersphere beys. First up, I'm going to be using Harmony Pegasus, because Harmony Pegasus is pretty good Beyblade, in my opinion. Going up against Kerbeus. Now, Kerbeus is a lot smaller than the Hypersphere Beyblades, and the real Kerbeus would be a lot bigger. But I felt this would be the best Kerbeus to use for the prototype, so that is why I'm using him. Now, Salamander is going to be a little harder to launch in, because we have a left spin and a right spin. And, as you know, sometimes that is difficult. So, there's Pegasus. There's Salamander. Now, Salamander, I believe, is supposed to be a balance type, but his parts seem to line him up for an attack type. And it looks like he was just able to drain the spin off of Pegasus to win that round. This round, I'm going to be doing Dusk Balkesh versus the two Beyblades, because Balkesh is a left spin defense. So I'm going to send in, actually, Kerbeus first on this one, because Balkesh does not have the best of slopes. Yeah. Although, even though Balkesh lost that one pretty pathetically, Balkesh can take hits from a left spin Beyblade. And left spin is what Salamander is, which means that this battle should be at least somewhat interesting. So there he goes, and there he goes. Alright. And wow, Balkesh did not have a chance at all. Alright, for this round, we're going to be sending them up against Turbo Achilles. Because Union Achilles. Because Union Achilles, in my opinion, is one of the best, or not best, one of the better Hypersphere Beyblades there is. Especially when he has the Union swords on, because of that extra weight, and Union Achilles pulling off a pretty epic burst. That sent Kerbeus' lair out of the stadium. So now, let's see if he can do it again, but against Salamander. Because Salamander is a lot more aggressive in the stadium than Kerbeus is. Alright. Okay. This is interesting. I think Achilles may go down in this fight. However, as I say that, Salamander is losing a bunch of stamina way quicker than I imagined. And Salamander barely able to pull off that win. Alright. Now I think that they should both go up against Judgment Joker. Because Joker is a pretty, how do I say it? Judgment Joker can either be really good or really bad. And in that one, whether you want to believe it or not, he was actually good because he didn't burst. And he usually always bursts to right spins. Now, the challenge really comes in for Salamander, because Judgment Joker was actually really good against left spins. For some reason, Judgment can't take a right spin to save his life, but he can take on left spins just fine. That was not a good launch off the launcher, so that launch will not be counting. So with a second attempt, there he is. Salamander fell. There's Salamander. Big hit on Joker. Joker's still spinning. Getting hits and bursted Salamander. That was not expected at all. A couple more bays I want to test these guys up against. One of which is Bushin Ashindra. Now, Ashindra is a defense type that really performs like a balance type. So, Kerbeus going in first. Go up against Ashindra. And here they both go. Now, Kerbeus seems to have no stamina at all. And I think that's from the driver. Hopefully, when the real Kerbeus releases, he has more stamina. And Ashindra with that point. Also factor in, once again, this is just a prototype mod. Or it's not even a mod, just a prototype. So if the Beyblades don't perform that great, or they burst a lot, that's mainly because these are parts that are just put together. Like, dual layer on Hypersphere may not work that well, because the layer is so small. Like, the layer can barely be, like, the layer barely goes over the driver. You can, if the layer was any smaller, you would still see the driver. And because of that, he may be performing not as highly. And I just blocked out that entire section. But Salamander won that round. Next up, we have good old Wizard Fafnir. Because Wizard Fafnir is supposed to be able to drain spin, and sometimes can, but most of the time cannot, which makes him the definition of 50-50. So there we go, and there we go. Just so you know, that is not the actual definition of 50-50. I don't think I have to say that, but I just mean Fafnir has a 1 in 2 chance of being able to do what he's supposed to do or failing. So in that sense, he's 50-50, and in this case, he was not able to drain at all, and lost. Now, this battle is probably going to be completely one-sided, because we have Wizard Fafnir going, not like that, we have Wizard Fafnir going up against another left spin, which means that Fafnir's ability doesn't work at all. And Fafnir, every Fafnir Beyblade is, wow, that was a terrible launch, and he still managed to get the win. As I was saying, every Fafnir Beyblade is known for being great against right spins, but being terrible against left spins. Except for Wizard Fafnir. This Fafnir is just bad against all spins, apparently. Alright, next battle, and this is going to be the last battle. If I said the last one was, I apologize. This one's going to be the last battle. We have Lord Spryzen versus the two of them. And actually, this will not be the last battle. The next battle will be these two up against each other, but then we'll have the last battle. So, I'm going to leave Lord in right. So there he goes, and there he goes. And there they go. Now, I have a feeling that Kerbeus is going to win this one, because Spryzen seemed to have lost all stamina in the early game, and I was right. Spryzen basically tanked that fight, because Kerbeus was able to get the upper hand when it comes to stamina. And I don't blame Kerbeus. Dimension isn't that good of a driver for stamina. So, here they are. Salamander riding the brink a bunch. That was incredible. He went basically all the way around. But I think Spryzen may actually win this one. And yeah, Spryzen with a burst finish onto the last battle, which is Salamander versus Kerbeus. I am super excited for the new evolutions of these Beyblades. Salamander has always been one of my favorites. You can probably tell by the fact Salamander is behind my picture in my YouTube channel logo. Salamander is faintly there. And I think it's so cool that Salamander is getting his own evolution, because Takara Tomy didn't do it. So Hasbro just said, alright, we'll take on the job, and did it for them. And because of that, I'm giving Hasbro, a lot of people don't like Hasbro, but because of the fact they did that, a lot of people need to start respecting Hasbro for that. No one told them to, they just decided to do it because people like them. So, with that little montage, Kerbeus and Salamander against each other. it'd be cool if they did other Beyblades. Like, they did Kerbeus. If they could do a Rocktivore, that'd be cool. Then we'd have the Core 4 moving up. Valkyriac, Surprise, and Kerbeus, and if they make one, Rocktivore Beyblade. Although I highly doubt they are going to make a Rocktivore. And point to Kerbeus. Now we're going to switch up who is on the string launcher and who's on the ripcord, just to make it fair. That way, the Beyblades have an equal chance of winning. So, whoa, hit the camera there a little. And Salamander had a decent launch on the ripcord, not ripcord, on the string. However, Salamander is a left spin, and all left spins have a slightly higher advantage against right spins. And I don't know who to give that to. But thank you all for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which Beyblade you think is going to be better, Salamander or Kerbeus. Like I said, please consider subscribing. We are on the road to 100. It would really help out the channel. And yeah, see you all later. Bye.